Welcome. In this video, we are looking at the concept of angle of elevation and depression. Taking a look at this picture, we have a man standing at the left hand side here, and we have a pole and a bird standing on the pole. This line is the line of sight for the man, and this line is the line of sight for the bird. Should this man decide to look at the bird on that pole, should this man decide to look at the bird, he will be looking at the bird in this manner. Now the angle at which his eyes make with that line is what we call the angle of elevation. So this angle is what we call the angle of elevation. And if it is the bird that is looking in that direction of the man, in the direction of that man, the bird will be looking in the direction of the man at the angle called angle of depression. That's this. The bird will be looking down here. This angle is the angle of depression. Depression. And not this place that is often wrongly misinterpreted, not this angle. Rather, it is this angle that is the angle of depression. Because angle of elevation is the angle of view above the line of sight, while angle of depression is the angle of view below the line of sight. So this is the angle of depression, and this is the angle of elevation. Now we understand that. Let's look at this side. If this man in canoe is looking at the bird at the top of the flag, or the man is looking at the flag, the man will be looking at the flag at the angle called angle of elevation. That will be angle of elevation because it's going to be formed here above his sight. Is that taken? Interesting. Now we know what we call the angle of elevation and what we call the angle of depression. So let's take a problem on this. From the top of a 72-meter cliff, a boat has an angle of depression 37 degrees. How far is the boat from the base of the cliff? Let's try to interpret this. From the top of a cliff, if we have the cliff as this, 72 meter, that's 72 meters. A boat has an angle of depression of 37 degrees. Remember, the top of the cliff is our concern. So there is a particular boat that has an angle of depression of 37 degrees. So angle of depression, remember this top supposed to be looking straight this way, but now it's forming an angle of depression, which is 72 degrees, to look at a particular object. So this is the angle of depression, which is 37 degrees. Now, if this is the boat, so the question is now, how far is the boat from the base of the cliff? That is, the question is asking us the distance between this place and this place. Let's call that distance x. We call that x. Let's remember there is a concept of z angle that we say alternate angles are equal, right? This angle will be equal to this angle. That concept can be used here as well, meaning this 37 it will be the same thing as this angle, which is 37 degrees. Now that we've been able to fathom that, then we can use our knowledge of trigonometric ratio, our SOHCAHTOA, to solve this problem. So we have opposite and we are looking for adjacent. For a right angle triangle where we have opposite and we are looking for the adjacent, and we have this angle given. Remember, we have so, ka, toa, opposite and adjacent. So we are going for tan 37. That means we can solve the problem by saying tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. Here we have theta to be 37 degrees. So tan 37 degrees equals opposite, that's 72, divided by the adjacent, which is x. So making x the subject, x will be equals to 72 degrees divided by tan 37, which we can check our calculator. We are going to have 72 degrees divided by tan of 37 should give us 0.7525. Hence, x will be equals to, when we divide 72 by 0.7525, we are going to have, use your calculator, 95, okay, that's 95.55 meters. Therefore, we can say the distance between the boat and the base of the cliff, which we have denoted as x, is approximately, let's approximately 96 meters. I believe this has been able to explain the concept of angle of elevation and depression. The angle above the line of sight is called angle of elevation, while the angle made below the line of sight is called angle of depression. Thank you.